Hey everybody, it's Geoff. Thanks for joining me for this week's Wednesday Word. We're in week 7 already of our series on fruits of the Spirit, and today I get to talk about faithfulness. And for me, faithfulness, we're looking at something that's trustworthy or reliable. And when I think about that, I think about actually my very first car. It was a 1985 olive green Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, and it looked like a grandma car because it was my grandma's car. She passed it down to my brother, my sister, then myself. We all drove it. And I think about that one because it was reliable. As my parents always said, it'll get you from point A to point B. It started, it got us to where we needed to go, and the radio worked about 50% of the time. So it was a faithful car for us. And God is faithful to us. God is trustworthy to us. He's reliable for us. Psalm 33 says, "The word of the Lord is right and true. He is faithful in all that he does." I think about the old hymn, "Great is thy faithfulness." And I can hear the piano just thundering away on that chorus, and singing, "Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me." God is faithful to us. We can trust that God is going to be there for us. But as we talked about with the other fruits of the Spirit, these are characteristics that not only God displays, but that we're supposed to display. In Colossians, Paul writes that we're supposed to be trustworthy to other people. We're not supposed to lie to other people. That's kind of the old self would be lying. But when we put on the new self, when we live by the Spirit, we would be truthful. So that's being truthful and trustworthy and faithful to other people. And in the same way, we need to be trustworthy and faithful to God. Again, Paul writes to Timothy that he's finished the race, he ran with endurance, and he kept the faith. Paul went through some stuff. All right, Paul had a tough go at times, but he was always faithful to God, even in those difficult times. We're supposed to be faithful and trusting in God when everything is just beating us up. When we're hurt, when we're confused, when we're in pain, we stay faithful to God. Then on the flip side, even when things are really good and we're getting these blessings and we finally get to that moment where it's like, I finally caught a break, we trust that God was behind it. God was working behind the scenes for us. God blessed us. We trust God in the really difficult times, and we trust God in the great times. That's what faithfulness to God is to me. That's how I see it. For the fruit this week, I picked an apple. Now, there's an old saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, I want to tweak that a little bit. An apple a day keeps our faith from going astray. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that our apple, just like how we might eat it to keep the doctor away and give ourselves nutrients and help us be healthier, an apple a day in this case would be spending time with God, reading the Bible, asking God when we need help in the difficult times, thanking God for providing for us in those really, really good times. And then just asking God, hey, God, what do you have for me today? What am I not even thinking of that you want for me? And then seeing what God has for us. That daily time strengthens our faith. That's that apple. Okay? So my encouragement this week, grab your Bible, grab an apple. If you're like me, you'll grab your cup of coffee at the same time and strengthen that faith. Strengthen our faith with that apple today. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.